Today we're going to reveal 15 South African celebrities who lost their houses and cars.
Everything has been taken from me.
Number 1. Marlos Magoro. Scheme actor had his car repossessed after he failed to keep up with his monthly car installment for his 2011 BMW 3 Series. This comes after BMW Financial Service obtained a default judgment against the actor at the High Court against his bad debts. According to court papers, the likable actor failed to keep up with his monthly car installment. The sale agreement indicates that he agreed to a monthly car installment of almost 3.5 according to the papers. He was expected to make at least 59 installments and a balloon payment of 70,000 before claiming full ownership of the car. However, the papers indicate that the actor lived up to his character on Scheme by failing to make payments for 4 months in a row, prompting the bank to take legal action against him. Number 2. Sowe. The actress turned entrepreneur Sowe lost a house which she purchased over 2.2 million in October 2021. According to the documents that were produced by the court, proof that Sowe and her company Sowe Trading were cited as the first respondent who obtained a 2.2 million home loan to purchase the house. Sowe was required to repay a bond amount of 22,347 in monthly installment. However, the former generation actress failed to honor the contract and ended up in arrears that were over 8,000. The bank sent several letters to Sowe with help of their lawyers to inform Sowe that she has breached a contract. She still failed to settle her arrears. The banking group then sent another letter to formally inform her that they were cancelling their agreement with her, with Sowe refusing to respond. The mercantile bank asked the court to grant them an order to sell the house so that they can recoup their funds. Number 3. Katleho Danke. The actress and presenter have been reported that she has struggled financially. According to the publication, the actress took out a loan of 447,000 with FNB and allegedly had to pay around 4,000 in monthly installments. She failed and she was over 21,000 in arrears after failing to pay. The bank then pleaded with the court to give it right of execution to attach the house and auction it off to recoup the money. They sent an evaluator to the property who submitted a report stating that 50,000 was needed to renovate the property before it could be sold. Attorneys confirmed that they were acting on behalf of FNB and they dragged the former Gomora actress to court. Number 4. Mohapeleyo. Former generation the legacy actor Mohapeleyo was tossed out of his house like a badly written script. FNB has applied for a right of execution at the Joburg High Court to attach his townhouse in Radebe on the West Rand after he failed to keep up with his monthly installment payments. According to court papers, Matli was granted over 800,000 by the bank to purchase a property in September 2016. He was also loaned an additional amount of 166,000, which ballooned the principal debt to just under R1 million before interest. The papers further show that the bank's lawyer sent the actor notices on May 13 advising him to settle the arrears or refer the credit agreement to a debit counselor or apply other remedies. The bank also states in papers that he allegedly turned a blind eye to them, forcing them to approach the courts for an order to allow them to attach an auction of the property in order to recoup its losses. Number 5. Unathi Nkayi. Unathi's case is a bit different. The taxman had obtained a court judgment to attach the musician and Idol SA presenter multi-million rand home for allegedly singing out of tune in her tax matters. According to the judgment obtained at the High Court, Nkayi owed SARS over 120,000 in income tax. The debt ballooned to 219,000 after SARS imposed 94,000 in administrative penalties. Nkayi, who according to the papers generated between 200,000 and over R1 million in revenue between 2006 and 2016, said she was not aware of the judgment against her. According to the court papers, the taxman identified Nkayi's property in Randburg, Joburg that they sold in a bid to recover the money. The property, according to papers, was bought for almost 2 million by Nkayi in 2007 and was worth over 2.3 million by the time of auction. Number 6. Dr. Malinga. SARS repossessed some of Dr. Malinga's valuable possession to auction after he defaulted on payments owed in tax. Speaking to MacG's podcast, Dr. Malinga confirmed that the reports are true. He said SARS came to my house that I bought cash. They took my furniture and car. The Via Orlando singer revealed that he struggled to keep up with his payments because he has not been getting bookings. He said SARS called him many years ago to tell him that he owed more than 2.1 million rands. Malinga says he paid 1 million and kept on paying what was remaining until COVID hit. The musician knows that he reached out to various people for help, including Minister Nathi Mthethwa, to no success. Number 7. Tono. According to reports, the repo man came knocking under the instruction from West Bank to repossess Tony's Mercedes-Benz C300 after he failed to pay his monthly installments. According to the papers, he had bought the slick machine in March 2012 for 580,000 with an agreement to pay a monthly installment of 7.5. The papers showed that he was expected to settle the debt in 71 installments with a balloon payment of 80,000. His car was repossessed and sold by West Bank for 92,000 after he failed to pay its monthly installment for several months. He said, "My situation would show people that the struggle of an artist is real. Yes, I failed to pay for the car because I had to sacrifice it so that I could pay for my house and my kids' school fees." Number 8. Mike Mvelase. Popular actor Mike Mvelase, better known as Capella, lost his home. This came after ABSA obtained an execution order from the High Court to auction off his house in Joburg after the popular actor allegedly failed to keep up with his monthly installments. According to papers, Velase received 756,000, an additional 151,000 loan to buy the pad in northern suburbs in 2006. He was expected to pay more than 14,000 in monthly installments, but the actor was almost $500,000 in arrears by the time the bank dragged him to court after allegedly defaulting on his repayments for more than 3 years. Velase had also allegedly been struggling to pay rates and taxes at the city of Joburg, as he was, according to the papers, more than 178,000 in arrears. The bank instituted action against the actor after he allegedly defaulted on his monthly installment and obtained a judgment against him. The bank obtained the sale of execution order to sell the crib, which is valued at 940,000, in order to recoup what was due. Number 19. Mnumzane. The veteran actress' career is currently on every other soap on television, but it has not always been like that. In an interview with Drum magazine, Tina, who has 2 children, shared how years back she lost a house that she had purchased in 2003. She said, "I was only able to pay for the house until 2005. And around that time, a pastor told me to stop running away from my calling as a priest because it will create problems." Tina told Drum magazine that she is now financially stable and focusing on her career as an actress and a preacher. Number 10. Sechaba Pali. Sechaba was one of the most loved gospel stars in the country. Radio station had his songs on rotation and he was booked and busy. Then seemingly out of the blue, his life started falling apart piece by piece. He lost everything, including his house, cars, and went through a messy divorce, all because he had called out gospel artists for not loving each other. The Gumatla singer says his trouble started during lockdown when artists could not perform and were territorial over some of the gigs they got, when he realized that some were plotting his downfall because they still held a grudge related to when he allegedly called out the gospel artists for not loving each other. Sechaba says people took advantage of him. Some of those people were pastors who took his cars because he did not have a place to stay and a place to park those cars. When he went back to ask for his cars back, they fought with him. Number 11. Pamela Nett. The Ethiopian-born actress Pamela Nett, who stayed in Generation as Nziki for 6 years, revealed to EWN in 2016 that she had to leave South Africa after acting jobs dried up. Briefly reports that she filed for a divorce from her Zimbabwean husband in 2007 after he cheated on her. Her then husband reportedly refused to sign the papers. He threw her out of their matrimonial home and she had to live in a car before getting funds to return to the United Kingdom. Nomvetho, who reportedly lives in the United Kingdom, played the role of Mandy Kamara on the British soap opera Coronation Street for 1 year. Number 12. Khanyi Mbau. South African actress and media personality Khanyi Mbau was in trouble with Standard Bank after she failed to make payments for her 2 luxury cars, a Porsche Carrera and a Mercedes-Benz AMG. According to Sunday World, Standard Bank filed a lawsuit to force Khanyi to return the luxury cars after defaulting on monthly payments. Khanyi bought both vehicles for at least 1.5 million each and was paying at least 28,000 a month for each vehicle. However, the COVID-19-induced national lockdown seems to have affected, resulting in her skipping payments for both luxury cars. Both cars were later repossessed by the bank and sold in order to recoup the outstanding balance. Number 13. Uyanda Mbuli. Former model and socialist Uyanda Mbuli was in debt and failed to make payments to the bank for over a year. This has reportedly forced her to go back and live with her ex-husband Sisambuli in Kayalami. This is the same house for which Uyanda was paid a half in cash when the two divorced. Uyanda has also reportedly failed to pay a fortune account, which is in arrears by 4,297, and an ABSA credit card, which is owing 46,042 cents. She was handed over to LGR Antonis for collection, and she was blacklisted. Number 14. Kelu Khumalo. The South African singer, actress and a dancer Kelu Khumalo lost a luxury Porsche after she failed to pay her installments. Khumalo purchased the luxury SUV back in 2017. However, she has not fulfilled the installment payments. Nedbank Vehicle Finance Wing Motor Finance Corporation FMC filed papers in the High Court for a default judgment after she has defaulted on payments for a luxury Porsche Cayenne Tiptronic vehicle. Khumalo got a loan of about 500,000 to buy the 2011 model Road Monster on 24 March 2017. She was supposed to pay just under 10,000 in monthly installment, excluding insurance, until 4 April 2023. But the musician defaulted on an installment and was more than 62,000 in arrears. Therefore, the bank cancelled the sale agreement. She then received further communication from the bank asking her to bring back the vehicle, as the agreement has now been cancelled. Number 15. Innocent Masuku. In the fantasy of Yizo and Chisa, he played the part of a drug addict, and little did people know that in real life he lived in a dark world fueled by cocaine and nyawube. The former actor trended on social media after people noticed that he had lost some weight and was using drugs, which he admitted. He said that the habit cost him 2 million house, his cars and good friends. He lost his house in Krugersdorp, a Golf 3 and a Mercedes-Benz C200. He also separated from his fiancée in 2017. His drug problem started in 2000 when he was introduced to cocaine by a friend. He said initially he spent 1,000, but after 2010, his addiction grew. He spent much more than that. He said he spent more than 500,000 on drugs, but he says he's grateful that God gave him a second chance because he's still alive and he would like to reconnect with people that he had worked with before.
And that would be all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more content of your celebrities.